Hey, welcome back to the channel. Breaking news, man. Yo Gotti Restaurant just got sprayed up, bro. He was inside there with Black Youngsta and everybody. They was having another meeting. The last time that they had this meeting was when right before the Young Dolph thing happened, and somebody they got word that Yo Gotti was in there eating dinner. Remember, they eating corn on the cob, steak and filet mignon, everything like that. And the dude goes in there, he sticks his arm inside and tries to spray the whole place, man. Somebody got hit up, man. Condolences and everything. We don't know if this was somebody trying to slide for Dolph or if it was random, because you know that Yo Gotti and his whole crew, they got the chains on. Just the other day, we was talking about how he was saying that they shouldn't wear no chains so that they don't get targeted for anything. And look what happened now, man. This is crazy. This is crazy, man. And Memphis is going wild right now because they got the whole entire unit department right there at that plaza, man, right next to the Ross. So this is the Prive restaurant, bro. They've had this for 10 years. Yo Gotti bought it 10 years ago for like $2 million. And the three dudes that ran in there, they were looking exactly for Yo Gotti, man. Somebody I must have had posted pictures online. Somebody must have had tagged the location saying Yo Gotti was there or something, man. But they had their one chance, one time opportunity that Yo Gotti was in town, and they knew he was coming. So they slid in through, and it looked like they was in all black or something because nobody really seen them. They didn't say that nobody had got caught for it. They just talked about the person who got hit up and the 5 other people. And it could have been Yo Gotti in there or something. So that's the thing, is that the updates are coming out now, and everybody's looking very, very, very close to the situation because we already know what's been going on with the whole beef between Yo Gotti and the people he's been getting into it with. And somebody came to see him about it today. And this is all going down in the midst of everything happening in the aftermath of Young Dolph. And just recently, somebody tried to get at Keyglock auntie and mom, man. And so maybe that's like a response from that, and maybe them like basically sending a message saying that you cannot be playing with keyglock like that. You cannot be playing with anybody from PRE, especially anybody that was close to Dolph. And the true La Mafia ties, the whole thing, and that you already know that a lot of people in Memphis have already seen way too much. They done lost way too much. And now with the Yo Gotti situation happening, they already knew it was about time until something went down to where these CMG folks always be getting into something. They know that the karma is following close behind them because of the things that was done in the dark is going to come into the light. And so it's no surprise. The people in Memphis and Dolphland are not surprised to see that this happened to Yo Gotti, because they already know that he already had the ongoing beef situation with Young Dolph. He never squashed a lot of stuff, and it's still the same people that he has arguments with, the same people he's not cool with no more. And so you never know. OG Bangwayne is out there right now. It could have been anybody from there, but this is how they did it. The people inside, once they got in, they had the all black on. It's a Ross Dress for Less right next door. So they're thinking that the people must have went into the Ross, changed and like ran out with all black clothes and went right into the Prive Yo Gotti's mom restaurant. And literally, normally there's supposed to be a security guard there and a hostess to let you check in, but they barged in and opened the door. Like, you could see the push sign, and somebody was walking out as they coming in, and as they pushed the door handle, somebody else pulled it, and their shoulders hit each other, and the person had a to-go container meal wrapped in tinfoil in the shape of a swan, and they dropped it, and the leftovers came out of the container and everything. And so the waitress, the hostess lady, was going to help them pick that up, and thought that the people was just like the dishwashers, because they were wearing all black, and the dishwashers and the people who cook back there also wear all black. So they got confused, and then they thought they heard plates dropping, but the noise was actually people spraying up the place. And so when you really pay attention to it, it was not no random incident, because they knew that Yo Gotti was inside there having dinner exactly at 7 p.m. And so what was really going on is the fact that right when it was prime time dinner time, you got to understand, the place is open at night, but it's not open that late. So when they got there, it's like not too long before it closes. Nobody goes to eat after midnight there. And so what y'all got to understand is that as soon as that primetime dinner, whenever a celebrity has dinner, they always book reservations for 7:30 to 8 p.m. because you don't want to be too late where it's closing time and somebody comes in to run the money from the register and trying to hit a lick or anything like that. And you don't want to be too early where you don't get a good spot or you don't get the best of the best food that comes in because they have the dinner starting exactly at 7 to 7:30. And so once they seen the people start posting that Yo Gotti was in the restaurant, and once they seen, they must have had the drop in the info coming from one of the other CMG people. Because what y'all gotta understand is that it's basically a matter of time before they come and swoop the rest of the CMG people for the entire Rico. But then right before they swoop in for the Rico, the people actually came and sprayed up Yo Gotti Mom Restaurant Prive. You got to understand, this place is a high caliber restaurant. Like, a lot of celebrities be coming here. Moneybaggyo goes there. Finesse Two Time goes there. A lot of people from Atlanta come to Prive and eat at Yo Gotti's Mom Restaurant because they know that is owned by a celebrity rapper. So it's a lot of people that go there. And the third party security company, the ADT footage that's going to come out showing everything that happened is going to prove to you that the people must have had came through the back, through the dishwasher entrance, and already was wearing black clothes that they could have easily took from the Ross Dress for Less that was next door. With the businesses being so close and everything, it's the perfect way for them to get away because when they show up, they look like they're customers at the Ross Dress for Less. But then when they leave, they actually run out the side door dressed in all black with the hoodies zipped up. So what they got to do is they got to look at the footage and see who exactly entered the area and and then what time did they disappear. And so it's going to be hard to figure out because it was already at nighttime. One thing y'all got to understand is that Memphis is East Coast time. So it was already dark by the time the people had gotten out. So they used that as their disguise, as a way for them to like hide under the cover and everything like that. But what y'all got to realize is that this could have been somebody that was trying to get Black Youngsta or anybody that had any type of issues with Yo Gotti and CMG. Because if it was somebody like saying that if it was like Black Youngsta was going to get dropped or something from CMG, then maybe this is him sending a message or anything like that. Or if anybody had any kind of money problems with Yo Gotti and he didn't pay, or if any type of beef from existing thing, maybe this is the first time Yo Gotti's been in Memphis for a long time. So somebody finally was like, hey, you know what? I'm not going to see him that much. And they did what they did. And it could have been basically somebody who's also just broke and needs to get money and try to run the pockets of the whole restaurant. But it ended up going bad because they're in the South after all and everything. So what you got to understand is people is already not trying to give up anything and basically trying to stand their ground and fight back. And so this whole thing could have definitely been avoided because the way that celebrities move, where was the security guards? How is it that it's supposed to be a celebrity-owned restaurant, but they don't have no type of security protecting the people in there? And so the thing is that the people that ended up getting affected by this, they was just trying to have a peaceful meal. They didn't expect Yo Gotti's beef or any type of thing or them being targeted to have that happen while they're there. They was just trying to enjoy a meal because they did not want to cook that evening at their house. So they decided to come out and support the local business. And so what y'all got to understand is that any type of business that's run by celebrities or rich people or rappers, they're at a higher risk. So they should have a whole gang of security outside. There should be no reason that a person gets to run inside with the Mac and spray the whole place up, hitting 5 and dropping 1. Like, what y'all gotta understand is that Yo Gotti should be paying more attention and should be sending more security to protect the restaurant, especially after what happened with the Dolph situation, because not every time is it where the MPD is gonna be able to pull up right away quickly. Because what if it's like they don't know that, when something happened at the Makitas, yeah, they pulled up quickly to the Prive, but when something happens to Prive, they not there yet. And so it is whatever happens until they respond happens. And so Yo Gotti should already know that and should have already had 12 security guards, 6 in the front of the door, 6 in the back, and a couple of them on the inside just to make sure everything is going good. So what y'all gotta understand is that, you know, it's a lot of things that's gonna come from here. Who's gonna be responsible for this? Is there anything gonna be? Are they gonna take any action for this? Is there anything gonna be changed to prevent this from happening? Because everybody gotta learn a lesson from this, that you could not trust anybody. You could not just expect everything to go as ordinary as planned. It's a crazy world. It's 2023 going on 24, and things like this could happen, especially when you out having all this good time, and the next thing you know, you lacking, and this happens. And nobody expected that, and they weren't considered lacking. But it's like, at the end of the day, you're a sitting duck when you go to somebody's place and they a target. It's all a bad look for everybody, because they should have cleaned it up and made it so that Yogotti's not attached to it, so nobody has no reason or motive to actually go there and do something thinking that they're getting even with Yogotti. And so it's a two sides to every story. So people gonna flip a coin and basically pick a side. But what y'all gotta understand is that you need to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and comment, and stay tuned for the big update that's about to come out, because we gonna have the whole entire thing broken down for y'all. I'll catch you there. Peace.